plans, we got nothing to do. You tell me you love me, I go start the coffee. Sunday morning, easy love with you. Okay, okay, okay. I'm your sunshine mixed with a little hurricane, white hot angel with a daredevil's brain. This feeling, I just can't fight it. You know all the ways I like it. My north, you're my south, you're my east, you're my west. When you see me at my worst, try to make me feel my best. This love, we just can't deny it. You know all the ways I like it. You holding me.
Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm getting ready while on staycation on South Beach. My room has an incredible bathtub, so I just took a really relaxing bath. I used my Chanel Chanso Tendre bath tablets, and now I am taking full advantage of all of the gorgeous natural sunlight that is just pouring into this room. I have a really nice vanity set up right here, and since this is a staycation, I was able to pack a lot of full-size, larger products, big, bulky things, everything that I would want to use on my face because I didn't have to worry about packing everything down for airport travel. I'm going to begin with eyes today, so I'm going to apply my 111 Skin Celestial Black Diamond Eye Masks. I love masking, especially if I'm on a staycation, a regular vacation. That's when I generally get the most use out of masks. It just feels like a spa day. These masks are so cooling. I love to treat myself. Every once in a while when I'm doing my makeup, I'll use these and they just feel so good. I know there's some debate about which way you're supposed to apply these, but I want the bulk of the mask to be right here in this area. And then as they taper out, I'm gonna use this to create a nice sharp line right here for my eyeshadow. So it's a shadow shield, it's a prep step. I'm gonna begin by priming my eyelids with just a little bit of the Tom Ford concealer. This is going to cover up any redness and it acts as a really nice base for eyeshadow. When I was packing my makeup bag, I went through my drawers and I did my best to pull out products that I hadn't used in a while. I wanted to create a really fun, festive, South Beach inspired makeup look, so I went with the Utopian Dream palette from Pat McGrath Labs. And I think you'll enjoy some of the other products that I'm going to use today, since I haven't mentioned them in a while. With my fluffy brush, I'm starting in this shade right here. I'm actually going to dip into the pink a teeny tiny bit. These are really the only two transition-ish shades in the palette. So I'm just gonna kind of mix those and I'm going to buff that in the crease. I don't want the eyeshadow to be too pink, so that's why I'm concentrating more in the mauve eyeshadow. I got here yesterday and when I was checking in, even just driving down to the beach, I was shocked by how quiet it is down here, which this particular hotel is tucked away a little bit further from this main strip area. I guess maybe it's back to school. People aren't on vacation anymore for summer. I don't know what it is, but I've never seen the beach so quiet. Not that I come down here regularly. Like any city, I suppose, if you live there, you don't really go to the more popular places as often as people might think. Like when we lived in Nashville, we didn't really go down to Broadway. When we lived in New Orleans, we didn't really go down to the French Quarter. Occasionally you go down there if there's a restaurant or an event. But on a regular weekend, those are the areas you avoid because of traffic. And that's exactly how I feel about the beach. Although I do love the ocean and the beach itself, so if we do want to go to the water, generally we'll go somewhere else, maybe North Beach, Key Biscayne. There are other options that are a little bit more quiet. South Beach is always kind of party. Everything is nice and blended. I picked up a Sephora Pro Crease 19 brush and I'm going into the deep shade in the palette. And this is going in the outer V. This isn't going to be a typical beachy makeup look. It's more of a just for fun, soft glam, still daytime, but hanging out with friends and just having a good time style makeup. I don't really have a plan in mind, so we'll see how it turns out. I did pull out some of my favorite old products. With a flat shader brush, I'm picking up this corner shade right here, and I'm going to begin with this on the inner lid. This is such a pretty color. I wanted something kind of light for the inner lid. And I'm just sort of blending it up to the crease. I'm going a little more than halfway. Now, using the same brush, I am going to pick up this shade right here. It's kind of this strange green, purple, brown. It's a little bit of everything, and I'm going to apply that on the outer lid. Same brush, I'm just experimenting here. I'm gonna go into this pink, and I'm going to pop a little bit of that on the center of the lid to sort of blend the two together. Oh yeah, that's pretty. We watched the Elvis movie last night. Has anyone seen it? It was pretty good. Not my favorite Baz Luhrmann film, but he has such a unique style that I think if you like him and you like his style, I think you will appreciate the movie. And I didn't really know much about the Elvis story, so it was just very fascinating. I thought the music was really cool. So I liked it. I think I would probably give it a B+. I think we're going to leave it there. I don't want to go in with either of these two glitters because I think it'll just be too much, and I will inevitably have some sparkles fall down on my cheeks, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to quickly touch up the deeper shade and the outer V, and then we're done. It's certainly more dramatic than a makeup look I would normally do. And then I can always pop a little glitter on later on if I want to transition this look into evening. I can see some of the sparkle on the eye patches. That would have been on my cheeks. But instead, the little eye patches saved me. For now, we're moving on to the face. I pulled out my Grwm Meteorites Base Primer. I love this primer so much. One of my longtime favorites. Unfortunately, I keep it in the bottom drawer at home with all of my other primers and foundations, but it just sort of gets forgotten about, and it's so beautiful. It's illuminating, so you can see there are all these beautiful kind of pink pearls in there, and as soon as you pump the bottle, the pearls crush, and it becomes this really pretty, pearlescent, milky serum texture, and it's going to fill in the fine lines, the pores, and it's going to leave a beautiful sheen on the skin. One of my favorite illuminating primers. I'm really making an effort to use all of my favorite products, the things that I often forget about because they're not new and I've had them for a while. Even though I love them, they sometimes go to the back of the drawer by accident. The Sublimage Le Tint Foundation is another favorite product of mine that has kind of become forgotten about, and I've been keeping this in the top drawer because it was so expensive and I've been determined to use it up, but I still don't grab it that often. In this case, I think it comes down to the jar versus a pump. It looks very luxurious. It's not incredibly convenient. So I keep it in the top drawer. I love the formula, but it's just not something you can really grab easily. Unfortunately, because it's beautiful. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit on with my fingers. I hate that you have to open the entire jar just to use the product. It feels like you're exposing it to the oxygen and the elements. God forbid a little dust get in there. It also came with a brush, which I'm pretty sure I know where the brush is, but it's sort of small and inconvenient. That's basically what it comes down to. But it's better to be honest with yourself, because if you know there are products that you love that you won't use if they're even slightly inconvenient, when you see other products that launch like that, you know not to buy them. doing my best to be as stealthy as possible because I don't want the light to change too much. It is so different filming in natural light versus the studio lighting, but I kind of like it. I just spritzed my face with the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray, and I'm teasing you with a new concealer on my face. This is not the Tom Ford, but I'm going to be sharing a full review next week, so you can wait just a couple days. But spoiler, I really like it. So now I'm just going to blend this out. I've been doing my concealer a little bit different lately. I'm going to share my full in-depth concealer routine. We kind of come up with our own routine or what we think works best for us, and we stick with it. Nobody can really convince us otherwise. At least that's how I generally am. But it is good to kind of reassess every once in a while. See if there's something you can do a little different, a little tweak you can make so that your overall makeup looks so much better. The powder I have today is relatively new. This is the Westman Atelier Vital Pressed Skincare Powder in the shade Pink Bubble. It is such a cute bubblegum pink in the pan. What I've discovered is that on the face, this isn't really going to give you any sort of pink tint. It's not really overly brightening. It does a great job setting the makeup and it looks like skin. And I appreciate that Westman Atelier products have skincare. However, I was initially disappointed simply because I thought this was going to be a little bit more brightening. Like I would really see that pink hue and it would give a very healthy, angelic, and just overall ethereal look to the makeup. And it doesn't. It just sort of sets the foundation like normal, to be expected. So is it a beautiful powder? Yes. Even though it's not what I thought it was going to be, I'm still happy I purchased it. I'm not sure it's something I would necessarily go out of my way to replace. You never know. For bronzer, I'm using another old favorite. And I think I've been keeping this in the top drawer as well. I've had this for a long time now, though. It's the Terracotta Light in Deep Golden 04 from Grwm. Grwm has some of the best bronzers. I mean, they're known for their bronzers. And I'm not sure they even make this one anymore with the pinwheel, but they have, I think, the spotted version. You can certainly purchase something similar. And then they have the new bronzers that are supposed to be more natural. So as soon as I finish this, I will replace it. A Grwm bronzer is essential in a luxury makeup collection. It just is. I don't make the rules. I feel like I would feel empty if I didn't have a Grwm bronzer. It doesn't have to be this one, but I need something. Some form of Grwm bronzer in my collection. For blush, I pulled out Quintessence from Chanel. This is so pretty. If I had to start my Chanel blush collection over again, this would probably, it's hard to say. I feel bad choosing favorites, like I'm going to hurt one of my other blushes' feelings, but this would most likely be the first blush I would purchase. Just because it is so versatile and it's kind of the perfect pink. It truly is the quintessential blush shade. You know, it gives you a really nice rosiness. I just feel like this is such a flattering shade. I hate to say universally flattering. I think this would be flattering on a lot of people. Of course, everybody has different skin tones. There are so many different skin tones out there. Nothing is truly universal for everybody. But if you're new to Chanel blushes, I think Quintessence is a great place to start. I'm sure I have a powder highlighter somewhere, but I cannot find one. So I'm just going to take a few drops of this iconic London Illuminator. And on the back of my hand, I'm just gonna kind of swirl that around with my finger, and then I'm going to lightly tap, because I don't want to mess up the makeup. And I don't think I'll have a problem. I just want to be careful. We've come too far. We're too close to the end to mess up. Ooh. color is changing in here. I'm starting to get some of that really warm, orangey afternoon sun. Just going back with my concealer brush, going over the liquid highlighter to make sure it looks smooth and properly blended. I think it does. Time now to finish the eyes. I picked up a pencil brush and I am going into this matte mauve shade right here, and I'm going to buff that beneath the lower lash line. With the fluffy brush, I'm just going to make sure the eyeshadow is perfectly blended. And then I am going to quickly fill in my eyebrows, do mascara and eyeliner off camera, and then I will come back and we will finish lips together. Eyes, face are now completely done. The last step is lips. I'm gonna throw on a pretty neutral lip. You know, boring choice. This is supposed to be my fun South Beach look, but I feel like this eye has a lot going on, so I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Pink Venus lip liner, not Pillow Talk. By accident, I thought this was Pillow Talk, and it hasn't been sharpened in a while, so I'm gonna do my best. Oh yeah, I can make that work. I'm meeting my friend Chen, and we are going to grab some snacks, maybe a happy hour cocktail or glass of wine, and we are going to hang out. I'm so excited. Here is the Gucci Blaze of Noon lipstick. This is another old favorite. I've been keeping this in my purse and I just sort of take it with me everywhere. It's a great, easy touch-up lipstick because I usually wear nudes. I love this packaging, it's so pretty. This shade of Noon though is gorgeous. One of my all-time favorite lipsticks. So flattering. It's just an easy color. We're not done yet. I'm gonna top that off with this Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. I wasn't convinced about this the first time I used it. I did a first impression. I love the color, love the texture, but it seemed to disappear on me. But ever since that video, I've been using this and I just kind of throw it on top of everything and anything. So I've come to really like this. This is the shade White Peach. It went viral on TikTok. I saw so many people raving about it, and that's what inspired the purchase. And I really do think it is amazing. So it's meant to be like a lip gloss stick. It's just a pretty nude that you can throw on top. I think the problem was the first time I didn't have enough color underneath. So by the time I had it on my lips for 30 minutes or so, it just sort of disappeared. It still looked pretty, but not $21 pretty. I need my lipstick to not disappear after 30 minutes. Even though it's not really lipstick, it's more gloss. I'm gonna lean in nice and close so you can see the finished makeup. I moved the camera so I had more direct light instead of being tilted at an angle, so hopefully you can see. I know the sun is pretty bright. It's not a perfect lighting situation, but hopefully you get the idea and you kind of have a feel for what this makeup looks like. I know the sun might be a little bit too harsh. I just did my best to fix my hair with dry shampoo and a round brush. I'm usually low maintenance with hair. My hair's really long and heavy, so it kind of weighs down and falls anyways, and this is such a humid climate that if you walk outside, your curls are gonna fall. Chances are it's gonna get a little frizzy, and the closer you are to the beach, the wind is crazy, so it will always mess up your hair. So I just kind of let it go. Whatever happens, happens when it comes to hair. But I threw on these really pretty Monica Venator hoop earrings. I love these. They're so pretty. They're like little statement earrings because I think the dress I'm going to wear has a higher neck. I have this really pretty crochet knit dress that I recently purchased from Millie. It was on sale and I just cannot resist crochet to begin with, but I just love the cut. It's white. It has a pretty open back, but then it ties kind of at the center of the back, and it has a high neckline, which I think is so classy, so chic for the beach. So I am going to throw this on and then finish with fragrance and the rest of my accessories. It is such a cute dress. Open back, but you see it has a little tie right here. Scoops down a little bit lower, and then it's nice and form-fitting but not too tight, and the bottom crochet part is just beautiful. I love it. I have two shoe options. I have my white and black Fendi. I purchased these on sale from either Gilt or Rue La La. Last year I was purchasing a lot from both, so I don't remember which one, but I did pick these up on sale last year. Actually, I think I got these for my birthday from my husband, and then I have these black and white Chanel sandals, which I got a couple Christmases ago, because I'm going to wear a black bag, so I kind of think the white and the black shoes. I thought I was going to wear these, but I think the heel is a little bit bigger on the Fendi, so I'm going to throw on the Fendi. It was a tough choice, but my fragrance of the afternoon, it's not quite evening, but it's not really daytime anymore, it's going to be Cassiopeia from Tiziana Terenzi. I just love this fragrance so much. I think it goes with the outfit, the mood, what I'm up to. Oh, I love it so much. Even though I went with the Fendi shoes instead of Chanel, I'm gonna go with my mini flat bag. I don't have a ton of black bag options, to be fair, so this is the finished outfit of the day. I'm all ready to go. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you liked getting ready with me on my staycation. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.